That helps. Hello, everybody. I thought I clicked it. Maybe. Oh, was I not clicked before?
Uh-oh.
Well, anyway. No, we're good.
Problems?
No, we're not having problems. Other than me clicking buttons that are not clicking and clicking. Hello, everybody.
Let's try again.
Let's try again. Take two. Need one of those clappers. Clacker. Really? I think they call it a clacker.
Could be.
Not a clapper, it's a clacker.
I don't know.
You can order them. I've seen them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We need to get Izzy one.
Oh, God, no.
Oh,
she'd drive us crazy. Anyway, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
we are PM Artist Studio.
And we're very excited about our 10,000 subscriber thing. That's what I was saying when Brad was like, hey, sound, because I wasn't reading the chat yet. Yeah, so that's some very exciting news. Early. Hooray. No, it's us. That's not you, Silver Greenie. Alrighty, let's say hello to everybody. Do say hello in the chat so I can say hello back. That's how we know that you were here. Give those thumbsy upsies if you would, because see, that is the important part of this whole making, subscriber things happen. And subscribing down below if you haven't. If you are new, welcome. Do say hello in the chat. Or let us know that you're new and you're watching on replay. We love to know that. We are going to have updates regarding when, okay, well, number one, we will be doing the big old giveaway, the actual giveaway day, celebration day on New Year's Eve day. Because that's one of our regular days, so it'll be at 3 p.m. We don't have any big plans. We're not throwing any parties.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be out on the road on New Year's.
No. New Year's Eve,
It's just silly.
So that'll be super fun. We will celebrate that day, regular times, and all that business. Very excited about that. I will have more information on how to sign up and do that because we were getting some things in place. This happened a little faster than I thought it was going to. We posted those, why do I keep forgetting? Shorts. The shorts, the
reels.
It's reels on Instagram. It's shorts on YouTube.
Oh. Oh, that's all very confusing.
It is. It's a lot to keep up with. Anyway, that's what really kind of gave it the little power punch, some new people. Hopefully we have some new people. But yeah, let's say hello to y'all. And that's how I know that you're here and you show up in the list when you say things in the chat and it keeps you, active and all that. And we've got Anthony Cody. He's the Baron maker, if you didn't know that. Art Curious by MNW. That is Miriam. Becky, Betsy, Colleen, Cookie Wiki. That's Mo, Darcy, Deb, Diane, Eddie, Ellen, Emma, Erna, Affer, A-E-F-R-E.
Ever after.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that that's probably what that means, but
yeah.
Griffin Shale, that is Rhonda, Jocelyn, Carla, Jackie just popped in there, Lee, Linda, ooh, my thing's moving. I think Colleen popped in up there, maybe. Cynthia popped in. Okay. Just Me is here. Jocelyn, Just Me, Carla, Lee, Linda, Lydia, Margie, Marguerite, Marsha, Markle, Michelle with one L, Mitzi, Patricia, Paula, Penka, Ricky Normer, Robin, Sorry, Silver Granny or Grumpy Gnome, that's Lynn, Star Traveler, that's Linda, Tegan, The Shelley Studio, that's Margle, Trish Coogan, yay. I reached out to Ebby the other day and I said, I just want to check in on y'all. So good to see you. It always, makes my heart feel good. Because it's about me. It's really not. I'm so glad to see y'all here. Walter, he's popping in and out. Let's see here. Okay. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, it was not on purpose. Just need to let me know. Give me a little extra hello hand in the, chat like Dana did there. And then I'll get you helloed. All right. So today's going to be a busy day. Once again, I always think, okay, well, what are we doing? And, where are we moving on to? But we got lots of things. I think it was Tracy that had asked. We're going to do an experiment with some of the printables. Hopefully we'll get to that. She's digging, her things out, her envelopes. I'm going to go topside so y'all can see that business. And she's doing some surgery on her.
Well, I need to
yeah,
peel it.
I can see it from here how gooed up the end is.
I need to peel it, but I'm just, I don't, once I'm done messing with it here, I forget. And I don't like to do this online because it takes a lot of time.
But yeah, here we are.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want to peel it.
Yeah.
Look at those leaves that my sweet little granddaughter brought me. Aren't they just gorgeous?
Ah. So, affer is ever. Old English for ever. So ever is fine.
Yeah. Good to know.
That is good to know.
Okay, I got my envelopes out here because...
Y'all save things like this? I know you do. I know some of y'all do.
I just think they're very interesting. I haven't used any of them for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to. I'm kind of finished with making cards. I'll be sending some of that stuff on in my with my
scrap swap and
yada
just all
yada.
our swaps.
Okay, that's done. Let's see. What do we have here?
You just wanted to show them?
That's it. Just remind people they need to save their look on the inside of your envelopes.
I feel like that was a little anticlimactic. Like you're just going to show me some things that you're saving. What are you going to do with them?
I don't know yet, Mariah.
I've been asking this for years. Years, y'all. She has more stuffed over here. That's just some of the more recent.
Well, they're more interesting.
They are. I did notice that some of them are really very different.
The one with the basket weave on it, isn't that cool?
She's an envelope tease. Hey, Jerry.
I just love this. Well, number one, because how it was done.
Uh-huh.
But I think that the colors are incredible. There. Sort of, kind of.
And Margie, no, nothing has arrived as of, like, today. Now, I don't know if we've brought in the mail from today, but as of yesterday, no.
Are we getting worried?
Carla says she can see her security envelopes and oddities box from her chair. She saves them.
It's kind of like Mariah says she suspects that there are other people out there like me.
Crapito, that's right. This is the crapito technique. It's like sgraffito, but using the crap tape. Some call washi tape.
Now, I want you to look at that, and if that just
doesn't tickle your fancy,
I don't know. Must not
I don't know how. Well,
your tickler's out of order.
We don't know what to do for y'all if that ain't tickling it.
I'm very pleased with this one. These two look like companion pieces.
Yep, Jocelyn saves hers. Lynn wants to know, or she's wondering if those patterns from the envelopes will transfer to the gel plate like the pattern paper and cards. I don't know.
I don't know for sure either.
I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think they probably would because I think they're just
well, because just it really, I bet some will and some won't. That's really the answer, because they're not all printed on the same paper, and I almost feel like it has more to do with the paper than it does necessarily the printing. Here's why I say this, if you want to know.
I want to know.
Okay.
I'm looking at you.
So,
go ahead.
In the offset printing process, which I would assume that these are all offset printed because it's probably done on a large scale. In fact, it might even be done on a web press. So, that being said, the reason that the paper has a part to play in it is that even though it is the right kind of ink, that's why I say you might get some, but the paper itself is more absorbent than like a magazine. So it's more like, newspaper print. Obviously that doesn't, transfer usually, but again, it depends also on the type of offset ink that was used and perhaps how much is put into the paper.
Yeah, because I did notice that, you just said that and something just clicked in my brain. I wish my
Eddie is thoroughly tickled.
My elf that's supposed to be cleaning up my plate.
She did she organized piles. I'm proud of her.
I did. But I do want to sort of reinforce what Mariah said, because if you look at this, these two came in the same envelope.
And that's different.
Yeah. I save the little windows. I don't really use the windows.
A lot of people use the windows, especially our junk journal making folks.
And I would, if you send me a stamped self-addressed envelope, I'll get those to you.
You got it. Hey,
look at that basket weave. Isn't that cool?
That is trippy to look at. It kind of hurts my eyeballs.
And here we go again. So here's, obviously that got a little mucky. I don't know, but it's really cool how, you know.
Exactly. See, like Darcy says, like music and book pages, some will transfer, some won't. And I think it's a combination between what type of ink was used and what type of paper. And sometimes those two things together.
That's a itty bitty basket weave. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
And then this blue one. This is my latest in my...
I've never seen the blue.
I know. And check this out.
I wonder who decides.
I don't know.
So many questions regarding security envelopes.
Yeah. Now, hopefully I can find those when I get those self-addressed.
Yes, sorry about your nuts.
I might just have to write you a note. I'm looking.
What did you say?
I said I might have to write him a note that says I'm looking for it.
For what?
Self-addressed envelopes to send them the windows. Oh.
I don't know what she's saying. I didn't get that.
Well, I won't be able to find them. Boy, that was some juicy stuff I got down there. These kind of look like lollipops. And a little...
Yes. Or knives. Or what else did we decide that they could be?
Swords.
Yes, daggers. Arrowheads. Melting lollipops.
It's a good thing I'm not, you know, sensitive about my tree critique.
Yeah. Oh, chili. Yes, the chili print. That's what Eddie says. It's the chili print. Not the chili peppers, but the chili print. Give it away. Give it away now.
I'm not saving that. Here's the Lone Pine.
The Lone Pine. Now, see, should I be videoing these? I don't know if these are exciting, like the gold ones. See, it matters. Not everybody gets excited about the gel print pulls. And like the trees, you know, there's... It seems like...
I personally think this is very interesting.
Yeah.
I would find it interesting to receive something like that.
I feel like I should know what that means, Eddie, but I don't.
Oh, I thought I was.
Hey, Jean.
I miscounted there. One got shoved back a little further than the... Oh, man, this is the best one, too.
Well, should I video it?
You probably should, this one. Because it's dark.
Well, what are we going to say about it?
What are we going to say about it?
Yeah, you got to say funny and interesting things about these so people don't get bored. I also really loved it that your coffee cup was in the last one, but I guess...
It's right there if you want to hand it to me. I think it's empty.
Yeah, here, and I like the color theory one. You need some new... Oh, you like the witchcrafty one?
I do.
Okay.
Alrighty, here we go. This is a non-traditional Christmas card starter. And as you can see, this plate is really, 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 really...
This is the super sticky one.
This is the super sticky one. We don't really understand why it is, but it just wants to cling. All right, now this is really cool. Watch this.
It's a stage 5 clinger.
It's a stage 5 clinger. Watch this. It's lifting.
Somebody did ask, and I don't think that they knew that it was a gel plate. They said, "Well, why is it so sticky?" And I'm like, "Well, it is a gel plate."
we don't know about.
But this one in particular is extra sticky. We're not sure why.
Now look at that.
Look at that. Woo! There we go.
I absolutely love it. And I think it'd be really funny to put joy over here in the, you know, kind of...
And a reindeer sticking, you know.
Ambiguity. Or a reindeer upside down, you know. This tongue hanging out. Izzy would think that was absolutely hysterical. Izzy's making movies these days.
Yes.
And it is a painful experience for us all.
I told her that she needed to stop showing it to me until it's done. Because otherwise, like, I was not going to enjoy it as much.
Yeah, and she tricked me because she said she'd changed something. I don't know what she changed, but it looked exactly the same as the first time.
And she likes to play it very loudly.
Well, I didn't have sound.
Oh, well.
All right, so those, I don't know what I want to do with them. Might just put them aside and save them for next year.
Enjoy your murdery Christmas.
Or, you know, what else do you send cards? Oh, I might save them for Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah. See, that could be an arrow through your heart.
Yeah.
You really nailed it.
I could put it upside down like this, you know, and then it would be more...
Right, stabby.
Stabby looking.
I really like you.
I don't know that that's going to work. That just looks like a popsicle ready to drip. I don't know.
Oh, great. Well, thank you for ordering one.
What?
She says she ordered a nerd shirt. She doesn't have nerd cred, but apologize in advance for her behavior. Oh, I think you do.
Oh.
I've seen some things that you say, Greg. You're good.
Yeah.
Your card will not be revoked. Your t-shirt will not be taken away.
I'm going to put these over here in the pile that I'm not getting rid of.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, those will make a little...
There you go. Becky says it's a coffin. I love you to death.
What?
She said it was a coffin. And you can say, I love you to death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Till death do us part.
The haboob was slightly transformed ever so, because I just thought it needed a little something. What happened was the tree color sort of got lost in the background, so I had to enhance that, and once I did that, I had to do yada yada yada.
One thing leads to another.
Yeah, it does. But anyway, I've got this all ready to go, Mo.
I shall send that off to her.
Now here's our potential Easter card.
No.
Good Friday.
Good Friday.
Good Friday.
Because it's really about that part of the story.
It's really about that part of the story.
Although,
and the evergreen tree is also a symbol for life and renewal. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. So there you go. A very symbolic but strange card.
Now here's another one. I thought this one really appropriate.
Ooh.
Since we've been having a lot of hurricanes.
Oh, hey, by the way, the power outage was due to lightning today.
Hey, I noticed it was really.
And very foggy this morning.
But anyway, there it is. What?
Lynn wore her nerd shirt to the store the other day, and 5 people stopped her to ask her what the nerd was. We need to send you some cards. So that way when you wear your nerd shirt, you can
just have them in your back pocket and put them out.
Studio cards. Or y'all can save them up from your orders.
Check these out, because Izzy helped me do this. Okay, so she brought these little stars and she was going to give them to me.
You need to hold it like that so they really appreciate that they are
3-dimensional.
They're little hair clippy things, which they're actually ridiculous.
Oh, they're horrible.
As hair.
I couldn't even get them open this way. It'd be tearing people's hair out.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so we decided they should go on the top of the Christmas tree. So once I decided that, she wanted them all back.
She's kind of that way sometimes.
Yeah. Anyhow, I thought that was pretty cute.
Oh,
and I stamped on these. And I've got those in...
Trish loves this card.
She loves it?
Well, we should send that to Trish.
Here, send that to her.
Okay, I'm going to put their name on it so I don't forget.
Okay, so I was going through looking for appropriate prints, and I really wanted these arrows to go up and down this way, but that wasn't the way the ombre was working out. So it had to, and I thought, well, maybe they're sort of like birds flying south.
I love this card. It's
for the winter.
So pretty. And I don't know if y'all recognize this. Some of y'all will, you know, those of you who've been with us for a while, because this print was done a while ago. probably whenever this stencil came out. So this is a Rhonda fleur-de-lis stencil.
Okay, it's a panel card.
That's kind of how I've started gauging things. It's like, okay, well, most likely, now that's not to say, because she does bring out some of her favorites and then we revisit them. But usually the timeline of when a print was done is about the time that the stencil came out.
Okay, now this print I just pulled the other day.
Love that one.
I know. I'm really thinking this should go in the champagne.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Okay, I will hand that off to you. But look at how beautiful it is.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps 8 months. Yeah, exactly, Colleen. I don't know, though. Like, it might have even been longer.
And some of these are, they're a little wavy and a little warpy, but, you know. And this print is actually a transfer.
Oh, I think that's mine.
Oh. Well,
Maybe.
It was in my stack.
Well, my stuff usually ends up over there.
This is true. But I did a lot of snowflake stamping on my...
But it was a transfer. Those are from laser prints.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the stencil.
Oh.
But we do have the stencil, too. Cellular membrane.
Okay, now this is actually a card. It's blue on the inside and
I like that, too. That's a
turquoise
sweet
on
card.
the outside, but you can see the print in there.
Your trees turned out a lot cuter than my trees, I think.
Well, I did more stamping on these.
You did.
And I tried to do that. I tell you what, I have the hardest time with that dadgum plaid stamp. I just can't make it stamp right.
That's you. It's a you thing.
It's a you thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
100%.
And I think I've already showed you this one, which I'm keeping this one because I think this is
I like that.
a really fantastic.
It's very art museum-y looking. You know, like that would be a card that you would pick up at the art museum.
Yeah.
I don't know why that, you know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm going to sign it right now.
You do it.
Because I just think it's absolutely...
Eddie says he's blue on the inside, too. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the buffering thing. We've got excellent condition over here, so I would just say that, you know, it's probably just regional. Lots of weather things happening.
Okay, now these are all, you know, to be put in the mix.
What does that even mean? Like, I have a whole stack of things over here, and I don't really even know what to do with them. I mean, who's it? What's it?
Well,
I think we just save them for next year, and I'm gonna bundle them, and I'm gonna put them in here.
Okay.
And next year, when we start talking about not making cards, we're just gonna bust out.
Say we don't have to make them because we still have a whole bunch from last year.
And then we'll just talk.
And
about
we might decide we're going to do something else to them. All right, now I'm just giving you, you know, ideas for things like this technique. Remember when I did this with the those Izzy's paintbrush things?
Mm-hmm.
These little hoopers. Okay.
Oh yeah, we
And
don't have
open
them on our
paint.
website. That's right. So that link that's in the chat called swag shirts and whatnot, because that goes over to TeePublic, because we don't handle other than me uploading it there, because good Lord, we don't need something else to do. Making t-shirts is not something we
I
have
think
room
that
for.
these would make really neat cards too. So put them over there with the for next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got some more stuff here. But I think I'm going to send this on to my swap partner.
I think yes, I like that
Okay.
idea.
And I just thought, you know, you can go ahead and do
Oh,
whatever.
that sweet little print. All right. Look at you giving things up.
Well, I really am. And look at this tree here and here
Mm-hmm.
in the background. Well, they're supposed to be
Thank
at
you,
least,
Joni.
you know, have two layers.
Well, I mean,
Oh, and look, you're going to get some trees that haven't been hooked down. So there we go.
so that goes.
And a nice piece of
This one's going to Lygia.
no, this is not going to Lygia.
Oh, that's all scrap swap.
This is all scrap swap.
That's going to Diane Olson.
Lygia's is another. I've got hers back over yonder here.
All right, if you would put a note on whose it, what's it, so I don't.
Well, let me just bust out mine.
And if y'all don't know what we're talking about, that means that you're new and welcome. We appreciate you being here. There are swaps that happen over in Makers. That's the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. That's our Facebook group. Many of these lovely folks that you see here in the chat or in the comment sections or, hearing about the PM Artist Studio community, that's Makers. Those are our peoples.
Okay, so these are for Diane.
And they do swaps over there. One is headed up by Rhonda. She's Griffin Shale here in chat. And then the other one is headed up by Becky. That's Becky Beaukern. She's also, both of those people are also designers over at PM Artist Studio. We're all very interconnected. Trying to give out lots of information today. We might have new people.
You need to hook me up with some more of these sticky notes because you use them a lot.
Yeah, I like them. They're meant to be used, not saved. It's not like fine china.
Well, you know what? You just need to hook me up with some that you've got downstairs because they're not doing me a whole lot of good down there on your desk.
Well, they're actually in a drawer.
Well, there you go.
Because I have to hide them from Izzy because she also likes them and does ridiculous things with them.
Yes, she does. Once she made trails through the house with little arrows on them. Remember that?
I was like, she's entertained. It's fine. I'll pick them up.
Sometimes we just have to say, okay, well, do you want to deal with it or do you want to just let her go? All right. Now.
Oh, yes. And Becky says there's lots of fun stuff planned for 2025. I will say, Becky, we've been a little confused with there being the Misfit scrap swap plus then gel prints on top of that.
But I did look it up for sure.
She did. She got it squared away. That has been confusing to us.
Okay. I think I've been working on this for 8 months.
Oh, yeah. We'll go with that. It's longer.
8 months, Mariah. Tomorrow it'll be 8 months.
Maybe you bring it out every 8 months. Because it was around even...
Remember, this is the butterfly that has words written in it and you have to find them.
Mm-hmm. And for some reason, there was something to do with Carrie whenever this came around. And it might have been his shattered butterfly
Oh, it
thing.
is.
Okay.
Yeah. It's sort of... The pattern is there but it got altered because of the graffiti going on in it. But the original idea came from the mod pizza bag.
Oh, yes. See, one thing leads to another.
Yeah. And I wrote down a whole bunch of words.
Oh, I buy the cheap ones, Diane.
And anyhow, I'm happy with this, but I might work on it some more. I'm going to put it in my book. Okay. This was fun. All right. This is its third round. And we're going to go ahead and put a coat of whatever on it. But the original one, you can see it kind of underneath there. On this one. See it in the background?
Oh, I like that. Eddie says it was a where's a wordo? Like, where's Waldo?
Where's the wordo?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Or the weirdo.
I don't know. It just depends on how much I like it. And I'm going to let Izzy decide if she would like it framed for her room. Because she does
Oh, yeah, she has a little butterfly theme in there.
Yeah.
And it's rainbowy.
Right, it's very rainbowy. And I'll let her look at it and find the words. She'll like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so then I went over the whole thing with red. And what happened was, on these lighter areas, I completely lost my Neo crayon scribble business going on.
Yeah.
So I decided to go ahead and block it off and do them again. And I think it's kind of an interesting print. It's very primitive and very folk arty.
Jean wants to know what markers you used on the butterfly.
I didn't. I used colored pencils.
I know, but isn't there pen?
Well, yeah.
Ink.
I used one of these permanent.
Yeah, like the Statler or Identapen.
Yeah.
There might be
multiple.
multiple.
I don't remember.
Because again,
but yeah,
very long
you
time.
definitely want to use the permanent pen because you might accidentally want to use some watercolor medium. I didn't on this, but I wanted to have that option, and that's why I use that. So I want to get another coat on this, and we might as well just go ahead and do that right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking. I definitely want it to be transparent. And I have to think here, what color do I want to emphasize? Because that, I think, is a color that is going to pick up. And I don't really what I want to do is I want to seal, pardon me. I want to seal in the neocons, the Caran d'Ache neo ones. Because I don't know on this slicky paper whether they're meant to be permanent or not. And I just would like to have that taken care of.
I don't think they're going anywhere, personally. Now, they might rub off.
Oh.
Like,
I'm having throat tickly stuff. And I do not want to start coughing. So you're just going to have to listen to me mumble with
I've been much better.
A lozenge in my mouth.
I think I've even gotten better than Izzy. She's still coughing. But I think she keeps picking up new things at school.
Well, you know, her little friend that she puppies around with.
They're
family,
all sick.
They're all sick.
Everybody's sick.
All right. Now, I want to use... What?
Neocon is not the word you're looking for.
Caran d'Ache.
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
Sugar biscuits.
These jobbers.
Yeah.
They're
Neo color.
They're from Switzerland, and they're very, very proud of them. As well they should be.
She loves them. They're very nice. We wish those people would have been nicer to us and sent us free things. We had to purchase these. We're upset about that.
Yeah, and I need to...
That's the only part we're upset about.
Yeah, because
they're really wonderful.
Slipped out, so I really have an idea for this.
If I say that
Izzy
enough,
loves these kneaded erasers.
I know, Cynthia's just it's crazy.
Okay, now I'm going to put that in there, and that's going to keep those from...
Still bitter. Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to keep bringing it up.
That's why I stick my pen in over here.
Sticks a pen in it. Put a pen in it.
Okay.
These are the they are the Neocolor ones.
Crap, this has got some stuff on it.
Which means they are the wax resist ones, not the watercolor ones.
This just too, but that's not as bad.
It's not exactly. You need to clean that edge. I mean, that's some serious stuff you got.
I know.
You saving that? What's up?
I don't know.
Colleen's on her 7th week of coughing. And this stuff just hangs on. I feel like we say that every year, though, too.
Hey, you know,
we're not doing cards and we're coughing.
I forgot to take my nettle last night, so this morning I had a sneezing. Faucet nose.
Well, and Brad just said, too, that, like, whatever it is in the air that is also triggering you and him have the same stuff that triggers you in.
Same thing. He had a.
Oh yeah, because his face is just sniffly and sneezy and some winter allergies.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
I know y'all love to hear about that. Too.
Yeah, green gold is always a good thing. Now I mixed up this one. Actually, I mixed up two. So this has a mix. Quin Mag, which is quinacridone magenta, plus gloss glazing. And it does some really cool stuff. Makes a very interesting surface. And I'm going to try that first because it's very transparent.
Hey, Cheryl. No
I've
worries.
already used it once on another print, and I didn't really like it. But...
yeah, so I think that, a whole mixture of things going on. And mixtures on the plate, too. She has altered this paint.
It's kind of like Stinky Pink and what is the
Permanent Rose had a baby.
A mixture of them. But look how nice and suavecito.
Yeah, the lines are because she needs to clean that darn brayer. Just wanted y'all to know that. Cynthia, she has that. Yeah, she has that too.
And, I don't think it's really going to make a whole hill of beans difference in there.
Oh, Candy says that it's probably cedar fever. It's that time of year.
It's what?
Cedar fever.
Oh, we have tons of cedar trees around here. In fact, we live on a creek bed, and there's tons of them all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And I never knew that I had an allergy to those. I just knew I had a dust and mold allergy.
Yeah. Let us know what your allergies are in the chat. We're curious.
That was
to know y'all better.
I had to, do that thing on your back where they draw a little pattern.
Hey, Sherry says, speaking of stinky, she has a stinky black paint that is supposedly some schwanky stuff. Is it some of that culture hustle stuff? Oh, that looks lovely.
And look at this.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm just grabbing up the brayer off over here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got tons of these things that when I was doing and we're going to do some stuff with that today too. I hope we get to that. But Mariah really wanted me to do a demo so we can learn some things about the
yes,
printables.
Please. Yes.
And I don't mind.
I think it's good information.
I think it's good information too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's really wet. I'm just going to throw that down on the floor.
Oh. Hey, Colleen.
Oh my gosh, check this out.
Oh, grass and dogs. Oh, that's kind of sad. Ooh. Love that.
Always that little tip.
That's so funny.
Isn't that interesting?
I love it.
This is how a lot of my prints start out. It's right here. This.
So, step 1,
this
brayer off.
Extremely wet.
Step 2, some smushy, mixy, washout mixture business.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this. Let me get rid of the...
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know about that, Colleen.
I think this worked brilliantly.
Yes, that was very powsy-wowsy.
You remember what it looked like?
Uh-huh.
Now look at it.
Yes. I like it better.
I know. It's more integrated.
Uh-huh.
It feels more painterly.
Well, it added depth to it too, in a lot of ways.
Certainly did, because
it's not just sitting on top.
A lot of the areas where I told you I did that background stuff, now those are kind of coming through. More so than they were. Now there's nothing much happening there, but you can see them here.
Hey, Dawn. Thank you for your very sweet comment, by the way. I appreciate that.
Okay, well, this is extremely wet. That's the only thing about this, because remember, this medium here is also slow drying.
Yeah.
So it just takes a little while. I mean, it's not like days on the open.
Right.
But it could be, a while.
Yeah. Hi, Myra.
Okay, I don't really know what to do with that, but I don't think I'm going to need that for a while. All right. So let's talk about these jobbers.
Oh, Myra, that is so when P puts down the print, the wax paper, it's the deli paper.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get, the little.
See where it takes it up on the outside part.
And then those usually end up as something somewhere. Or
and it's just a lot neater, and you don't get so much paint on your baron, which I mean I obviously do. Wow, check this out. This side's really good.
It's a two-sider.
Okay, so Mariah wrote me a note here. What's it say? Printed today at 1:40 p.m. Okay, so basically what we want to do is we want to compare some different techniques.
Papers that have dried at least overnight are going to, I think,
Okay, these are the originals.
Those are the originals. See, I didn't like that red with all the other stuff. So I made it more rusty. See, that makes it's more cohesive.
Yeah, here's the whole thing. If you don't want that rusty, then you just come in with your colored pencil again, and you bring back your red.
Bring it back.
I love this strip right here because of that kind of crappy green, dirty green, and the rusty rose. I love those colors.
Yeah.
Complementary color scheme, I like that. I don't necessarily like the Christmassy stuff, but this doesn't make me think Christmas. This makes me think old stuff.
I think it's very, it actually has, what am I trying to think? Okay, come on, brain. Victorian Christmas colors.
Perhaps, yes.
Because they used a lot of that minty green.
And if you want to make yours, come back into this color range, obviously you can do that. And it's really kind of fun. One of the things that I do when I don't know what else to do, and Mariah informed me today that I was going to have to stop making pretty art and start
getting ready for the giveaway.
Papers and whatnot. But anyhow, we've got these.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Myra.
What?
Thank you. We got some super chat monies. Thank you.
Yes.
Very sweet. Very kind of you.
Very, very nice. Okay, I don't know what this. Okay, this is magenta.
All right, hey, I need you to focus. The plan of attack here is putting some mediums, glues, and whatnot.
I'm just going to do this real quick.
Those pencils get in her hand, and Yeah. Hi, Laura.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm liking that a little bit.
That's good, Deegan.
Izzy sharpened this one from both ends, and I was so mad at her.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, she said she did it because then she didn't have to come up here and have me sharpen it. Yeah.
Okay, so Brad will kind of bring y'all up so we know who's been hanging out in the background there. But what that will do for you is it has made you a member for a month. If you want to renew it, you can. If you don't wish to, that's no problem either. But then if you go out of this stream and then come back in, you will then have access to the fun emojis that we have available for our PM Artist Studio members. And you can just, be a little more fun in the chat if you want to. And you get, a fun little thing that comes up on the screen. And that's working again, which is very exciting.
Okay, well, I just did that one little area there, and you can see it. Isn't that cool? Like, this is what... Except this is a little more turquoisey. So, that color's not quite right.
Why are you trying to bring it back? I tapped it back for a reason.
Okay, so this is... I can't read it.
I know, the shiny writing.
Shiny writing. Okay, but obviously it's a little bit more bluey green. So it might take a little bit more for you to get it into the right color range than I had originally anticipated. But you can tell, now it's getting there.
Yeah.
Now it's getting there. I've got... I love doing this, obviously. This I could do all day long.
She does. She's like, oh, I could do some color pencil things rather than cleaning up this stuff here behind me. Now, she'll clean up some things to get to the pencils. She'll clean up... Maybe that's what I should start doing, hiding your pencils under things. Like, were you looking for those?
I think that would
you
be
gotta go on a little
really
treasure hunt.
Mean thing to do.
Would it? Nathan said I needed to apply more carrots to you.
All right. Now, was this one of the ones? Okay, this is one of the ones that got made today. these right here. And then these were the other day. Now, I probably need to designate that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a green X. Oh, that's a poopy pen to use.
Yeah.
This is,
yeah, see, I don't get it. Oh, okay, good. You're not getting them mixed up. Old. Oh.
Okay. And I don't really think that I might just go ahead and use these rather than the whole sheet.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And then, you know, I'm not, this is new. Okay.
Now we know.
Now we know. And we can get these out of here. I can use those for something else because that would be fun
She likes using those.
I really do like messing with those prints and altering the colors in them.
Hi,
it's
Savannah.
It's just a lot of fun. Okay, I should have written on these.
Those are new. I just want y'all to notice that how, especially on the two that I did not alter, obviously, how close they are to the originals. I'm just very pleased with that personally. Oh, and Rhonda, I meant to ask, have you had a chance to try out the printer settings? Because she was asking about, you know, like, because she was impressed by how well they printed.
Oh. I don't know anything about that stuff. All right, now what am I supposed to do here?
Okay, I need you to apply some glue somewhere on both of them. I would like you to apply some, and just in a even, you know, swash, like if you were to, like.
Okay, so, yeah, what I will do on one, I will make sure that I do exactly the same on the other one.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, I guess we can start off with, because I use this Blick for acrylic.
Yeah, the Blick acrylic.
Yeah.
It's great stuff.
And I'm going
to reasonably
use
priced.
A clean brush for each one. Hopefully I've got enough brushes here to do that.
Thank you for cleaning those brushes, by the way.
Well, I cleaned them, so I thought the only thing you could do is put them back on the...
And I did.
All right, so I'm going to go across here.
And the main thing that we want to show, or that we're testing here, is that truly letting them dry overnight, if not longer, does make a difference. I'm pretty sure that it does. I have experienced that. But it's been a while since I've messed with these, with the paper that's just the 20-pound regular copy paper. I know that to be more true of the 32-pound hammer mill. And again, paper matters.
It really honestly does. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a pen to write with here. Okay. So this was...
BA. Okay, or that. Blick.
I am noticing a slightly bit, you can see how the color's moving a little bit there. Which we did suspect that.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna, that was the main thing that I figured was gonna happen, is that if you let them dry, they're less likely to leach, bleed, spread, or do any of the weird things that inkjet printed papers will do. Oh, and then, yeah, at the bottom, spray it with water. Curious about that.
Okay, this is the clear texture gesso.
And what's funny is like, so these gessos,
I can, here, look.
They tend to pull more ink on, you know, like as a just rule of thumb. And we know that from experiments that we had done way back. And if you want to watch those old videos.
Okay, well, both of them gave off a little bit of.
Right, but the first one more so.
More so.
And again, that's the newer one. And I don't know if you want to.
What else?
Spray them with fixative stuff.
Well, let me kind of do that the last, because if I don't want.
Because I think that could kind of two birds, one stone, because it is a wet, like, medium. It would be like what?
Plain glue?
Yes. There we go.
Once you
get it going.
She gets going. She gets going.
Is that the scary brush? That's a pretty good brush. You need to make sure you clean that thing out.
I will. Hey, I'm not getting much. Didn't get any.
Nice.
No residue. Okay, now what?
What else we got? What else we got? Do you want to try just a regular PVA?
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I can do the. I have.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. Please do that, because the little hootie doo is gonna be. So this is the Mart PVA craft glue. It's a great glue. Again, very reasonably priced. Depends on where you're at in the world, but typically very reasonably priced. But it will tend to, a lot of these glues will pull color.
And any of it, I would say the less brushing.
Yes, that is true too.
Okay, no color.
So basically what we're trying to show here is with printable papers, and then this in particular printing onto the 20-pound copy paper, which is pretty just, you know, average stuff, kind of best priced. What is going to happen when you apply certain mediums? So this is testing out, like if you were to use this for collage or in journals or anything like that, proving that it does matter if you let the printables or printed graphics dry longer. You will have better. You okay? Do you have your cough drop? So, yes, it will yield better results. Hi, Lisa. So, yeah, letting them dry does matter.
Oh, Lord.
And so, like, the newer ones that I printed out, that was like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they're sure.
You definitely want to wait at least that long, if not longer.
Okay. I need one more.
Here, do the spray fixative thing, which you'll do two things because it's kind of watery. And I'm curious, you know, like if there's going to be where it does the water spattery business.
Wow. That's kind of.
And that's
glue sniffy.
Right. This is the Degas Fixative by Spectrafix.
Well, I mean, look at these little really cool looking I think maybe you should back off and not quite spray so directly.
Well, or
I just didn't want it getting up into the other areas.
No, but I'm glad that you did it that way. That was perfect for what we're trying to achieve here. And I think that you could get different or better results. Like maybe with that Spectrafix, if you want to do that to the printables prior to, maybe you paint it on. Like that. Versus the spray. Because the spray is gonna push into. But if you did a light coating, it may not have those results.
Okay, it's pulling off a little.
Yeah. And I don't think it matters like how much you let it dry. That really wet stuff is going to activate the ink.
Well, that's interesting. But see, I took longer to get to that and it wasn't as juicy as this one. But I think that's really interesting how it really intensifies the color.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well,
Ricky,
here's what we're going to do. We're going to let these just sit.
Ricky says, I think you would normally spray from a distance. So, distance matters.
It does. And I'm not the spray person here.
She is not. This is why. This is also proof as to why he is not allowed to spray things.
But I also didn't want it getting up into there. I couldn't mask it off because I stuck my paper down to the...
Well, you did exactly what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to...
Excellent. Well, I'm going to hand this to you so we can look at it at the end of the... I wanted to say class period, but this is not a class period. At the end of the stream.
At the end of this session.
End of the session.
Here.
All righty. Yippee-ki-yay.
Handling business, y'all.
Handling business. Moving right along. Well, I think I've got just about every flat brush I've got into the...
Look at that brush abuse that's being witnessed right there.
I'll clean them up today.
Okay.
So
otherwise, you might get turned in.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, what's up next? What's next?
Well, what's next is we're going to I turn that because I get more down here than I do that. Oh my gosh, that is still wet. The one I did at the very beginning.
Could you put the glaze stuff in it?
Or glaze stuff, yeah. This has the gloss glazing stuff. And it has a lot of it. Because there wasn't very much in here. Okay. So here's what I thought we would do today.
Yeah.
Do that on one of those. I don't need to. But look at this beautiful brayer off.
That is a beautiful brayer off.
And just so lovely. And I mean, look at this down here. It's almost like I don't want to do anything to it. It's so good.
Well,
I hear the chuckling over there.
No, you know what? I could, if you really do love it, keep it for another stream, but I can scan it And now we know that I'm getting really good color results.
All right.
That has not been the option before, y'all. I just want you to know, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it's this newer printer scanner business or what, but I'm very pleased with.
All right, I really love these. And can you see Fran's
Yes, the little
a harbinger of death, Black Death.
What?
Well, it was one of the things that they used because they would put those masks on with the big nose.
But that's not what that is.
Oh, sure it is. And there's the robin behind it.
No, you're just
here's a crow talking, and here is like a there's all kinds of stuff going on here. I'm not going to use that one either. That's a really good one.
Susan Fernandez said that Churchill's up in the upper right corner.
There you go. It was a very good print. All right. I like this one, but I don't love it.
Yeah, that do something to that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And I definitely want to get to this one. I found this one, and I meant to get to it. This is one of the ones that has the Mariah pulled off without having to shred it like she did the one in the bathroom the other day.
You keep bringing that up like, there's like something. But
hey, there wasn't anything else to do. I'm not being blaming at all. It doesn't matter who would have taken it to the bathroom. It was going to shred.
Mm-hmm. I was feeling pretty good about the larger chunks that I got off of it.
Yes, I was too. And we're going to do something with that too.
And he's a little something. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I've got what's that stencil that I wanted to use.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in chat so we can say hello back. If you are watching in the replay, let us know down below in the comments. But do give those thumbs upsies if you haven't already. I'm going to take this stencil away from you. We got new stuff coming.
But not today.
But not today.
But not today. Now, yours will not arrive with the outside looking like this.
Look at her. I didn't even have to say it. I was just about to say that.
Because I have altered it very expertly, if I might say so, myself.
Done a good job, P.
I thought so also. Okay, now, I'm really feeling like, oh gosh, there's another one of those little piece of paper I need to put in with the rest of those.
Yes. Oh, here, I got the scraps. Yeah, give me that. There we go. Why are those so curly? That's what I want to know.
It's because I use this loosey-goosey stuff.
I mean, they are just extra curly. You want curly paper, that's how you do it.
Okay, so we're going to go with turquoise. Simply because I just think it would be marvelous. It's going to look great with the gold.
Hey, Deb.
And I need to have another one ready because I think I can possibly get a flop off if I don't, muck about.
Yeah. You got everything situated?
I'm getting it.
Okay.
I'm getting another print that I can flop off. Okay, this is a good one because there's not really a whole lot going on out here except in the middle, and I don't know.
Hello, Michelle. Welcome.
Okay. I've got everything lined up.
All right. Now, what's the goal here?
The goal is to get a flop off and an uptake.
Okay. The flop off is going on to the other to that print.
Yeah. I'm not putting it down here yet because I need to do a little brayer offing before I get to that. Okay, if it turns out that this is not quite juicy enough, just not. Not to worry. You just give it a little squeeze of its other one.
Its fluid counterpart. what she's saying. So first she put down, now was that open?
No.
Okay. So it's just a heavy body in the is that turquoise phthalo?
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
One's golden and one's something else.
Oh, the Utrecht.
It doesn't matter.
But they're very similar.
Very similar.
In color. Not necessarily in, you know. One's a fluid,
oh my gosh,
one's a heavy body.
So wonderful.
Yeah. But she is kind of playing fire here, wanting this flop off. Although, please keep in mind, when doing a flop off, a most ideal situation is that that your stencil already has paint on it. If it is a brand new PM Artist Studio Yupo stencil, please be weary. Weary? Leery.
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 Be leery that it may stick. Because a new, brand new...
But it didn't, and I'll show you in a minute, but I need to get this going.
Yeah, you do your thing. I'll keep chit-chatting these people up about this whole situation, what's happening. You want to move it. That's the whole thing. So if you have a heavy body or a fluid acrylic or something like that, the paint is going to dry a little faster. And especially when it is a brand new stencil, it is extra sticky. Therefore, it will stick down to paper. When it's paint to paint, it's different.
Yes, and I am braying the bejesus out of this because it was a very heavily painted surface, and it isn't going to automatically really reach up there and grab that paint. Oh, that's beautiful.
Hey, Marcia. And she may want to just stay further back in the stream. That was probably what was causing her buffering to begin with. Because, like, you know, we're running at 1080p. Or if she wants to go live, the other option you have is to downgrade what you're streaming at.
All right. We are now going to leave this and let this dry. Here's what we have.
Hi. Can you
we have a beautiful green and gold print here.
Please explain that the reason that you have the texturization that you have on that plate is due to
what was on the
because
print.
She's going paint to paint.
Yes.
That's why you get that puckery
textural surface there.
Yeah.
It wasn't terribly obvious until you do this, and then you can really see it. But isn't that just beautiful? Has a whole different feel. Now this is going to dry, and then we've got a chance to do some more coloration. And I don't think this one's done over here, so we're going to do something else to this. But this is how you get those multiple layers of
all three
paint. And one of the reasons, because I was watching Eddie the other day, and I was thinking Eddie needs some big gel plates, because if you don't want to have that border, it's just there's not any other way to not do that. All right, I'm liking this.
Eddie, what are your thoughts on that? I thought he had big ones.
he just has 8 by 10. He needs a 9 by 12. You don't need the 12 by 12. Although, I mean, you know, sure you need it.
He's saving up.
And you know what? At the first of the year, they may go on sale again.
That's true too.
So, hang in there. Don't buy it before Christmas, because that's when everything is the most expensive ever. Okay, we're getting a little bit of residual off of...
And I will probably be reaching out to Gel Press to see if they'll donate to, you know, the next giveaway. I don't know if did they give us... They gave us a lot of different plates. I don't know if we ended up with...
We didn't get any great big ones.
Yeah, I don't think we got any bigger than a 9 by 12. Oh, he checks the prices every couple weeks. He's on it. And yes, if you are in the, you know, what did they say? In the neighborhood of buying, or in the, what am I trying to say? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. We have an affiliate link to Gel Press because we like them, because their plates smell the best and they're very kind.
They're very nice, and besides that, they're actually thicker than the others.
They are. And
I
size
don't know
matters.
if that makes a big difference.
But we feel like it does.
But we feel like it does.
Sometimes it's about the feelings.
Look at this.
Ooh. So explain what happened there.
Well, what happened was, there was still some green on the brayer.
Uh-huh.
Now we're going to take this just one step further, because
that's all y'all get about that. There was green on the brayer. That's how that happened.
You know, that was how some of that stuff ended up out there, right? Well, now we're putting down the really swishy stuff. You can tell we're still getting a little green off of our brayer. Ooh, that was kind of smelly. That's all right.
If you do not want your washouts to be stinky, you can use distilled water. That will remedy that situation.
Look at how cool my brayer's looking. Getting a really good, okay, this was, I didn't need to do that. This is why I have multiples of these in a handy dandy spot over here.
Ah, and hello, Veronica. Veronica just bought a 9x12. Lots more area to use.
There you go. And that will get your whole piece of paper covered without any borders. Right, I much prefer that. And I really, you know, I don't know that I'd order the 12x12s, although I mean, you know. They just give you a lot more wiggle around room.
Ooh, that is stinky.
But after a while, it really doesn't.
Yeah.
But look at how interesting that is.
I love it.
And we've still got some good stuff on on the plate here.
Yeah, kind of a transfer. I can see some areas where it...
So now what I'm pulling, these are the squishy prints that we did the other day. And you can tell that they were squishy because look how they came all the way through the back of the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's kind of interesting, but it could be more interesting. Let's see here what we've got. Did I refill that one? I did. I think I did. This was taupe, the leftover taupe.
Y'all remember that from the color combo at the beginning of the month.
Wow.
Oh. I just looked at my messages, Eddie.
What?
I got the sock comment. I didn't remember that. But now I do. Ooh, I love that. That's exactly what it needed.
It was. Absolutely what it needed.
Thank you, Charmaine. Yeah, we're pretty excited. So the big old giveaway is going to be on New Year's Eve. During that stream. We're going to have a sign up. I will let y'all know. I will post it like in the community. Like I'll do a community post here on YouTube. I'll make sure a post gets done in Makers. On the PM Artist Studio thing. Over on Instagram. I will post it in all the places where y'all will need to go to sign up. Because we're going to create like a whole sign up thing for the giveaway. This way there's not any like trying to figure out people's addresses or any of that business. We feel like it's the best way.
So we're going to work on these two.
I love these. These were from the long haul with the washouts.
With the washouts. And look at what's happening over here with this.
Look at this.
Pretty special. Okay, now we're gonna go with a little bit different idea here. This is some more of the washout mixture, except this one has airbrush medium added, so it's not going to do a lot of the crazing.
Well, I think she kind of wants the crazing, the beating up.
Sometimes I do. But
well, if you don't, Susan says that she learned something watching somebody else do some things with some stuff.
If you don't want the crazing, use the airbrush. If you want crazing, use the other stuff.
Or cornstarch, she says. Cornstarch is what Susan's saying. I don't know about that. I don't want it all gooky.
Yeah, that sounds like glue.
Gooky.
I don't know how much I'm going to get off of this, but something.
And Eddie says that he takes his pantyhose off first.
He does?
Before doing the cornstarch.
Good to know. You know.
Hey,
I don't even remember the last time.
Procedure matters.
I had pantyhose on.
Oh, good God, no.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Although, if you plan on wearing them, I'd like to video that. I think we could go viral. I'm just saying. Let's do it.
We could get 10,000 views overnight.
That's right.
No, I don't know, you know, the extent to which you would have return customers on that. But for a first-time viewer, yeah, that would probably be.
Yeah. we could put some little funny, you know, thing on there that says, if you think this is impressive, you should see my gel plating skills. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
bring them around.
Bring them around.
Okay, I want everybody to really, you know.
Yes. Ooh and ah at that.
Ooh and ah over this.
I love the color combo. And basically this was just wash out again.
And this was the flop off.
Okay. Because you're getting residual paint from.
Yeah. And what I'm thinking here is I'm thinking that, I'm not cleaning anything up. We're just adding to here. That it's just, you know. Bunch of sticky stuff here. Alrighty. So let's think about, because I want to get something on the edges of that. And I still haven't added any balls to the gold, so gold is ballless.
What she means by that is that some of the paints, like the fluid acrylics, they come with balls that mix up the paint. That
yes,
one doesn't
and this has a mix of airbrush medium and with 8 drops of iridescent bronze added to it, because it was really almost completely empty. Okay, this is going to give us some shimmer. I'm not going to pull this off. I'm going to leave it right where it is.
I was waiting for
Becky. I think that it's going to give me some interesting.
Yes. What's happening is some of the paint that's still on the stencil, that's what P's kind of going after. And the more fluid acrylics or water
it's going to kind of go down into those little orifices.
It activates more of the paint that's on there. And so you get more interesting results.
Yes. Oh, this is looking so good over here. Fighting with my...
Yeah, it didn't want to let go.
It didn't. Okay, I'm giving it another little rubby dub with the rounded part of the Baron.
There you go. And see? That's still from that original application of the fluid and Utrecht of the turquoise phthalo colors.
Really pretty, I think. Very pretty. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and go on here, and we're going to do some. Let's see. I'm going to take this away because I think this is really beautiful.
That's very pretty.
And all right, now when I'm choosing my prints, I'm going to try to kind of get them in the, that I want to use the same color on.
Right.
But I think that, you know, that just...
Well, you're setting yourself up for a better, you know, like, situation.
Because if I went over this with yellow, it'd just brown everything out. Of course, it would look really cool because it'd have yellow where the white is.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. And we decided on this one it needed more yellow anyway.
Hey, Brenda.
But if we yellow it, what we're going to do is we're going to have yellow, green, and brown.
I don't want yellow.
She doesn't want yellow. Okay, so you agree we should just use purple.
Yes.
Now, what about this? I think we should go blue.
Okay.
But that's not, and we're just going to leave our plate down here. Is this, am I in a good spot?
You're in a wonderful spot, and the lighting is pretty darn good, even though it's overcast. So, however, we have the lamp set up, like, you know, it's looking good today.
Okay, so this is airbrush medium added to turquoise phthalo.
Indeed, Sherry. Sherry says, Becky, it's the season to party. Champagne bar open today in honor of the 10K achievement in the NERT, y'all. Drinks are on us.
Wouldn't that be fun?
They're always free in the NERT. That's the lovely thing about the NERT.
Now, if you have special alcoholic needs, you probably need to bring them.
Yeah, BYOB.
Okay, again, I'm putting this down.
No, I think the full moon was last week.
Oh.
We're just super excited. I like this color. It makes me happy. Oh, yes, and if you are new and you don't understand some of the things that we're talking about and want to know more and be more involved with the crazy things that we say here, Mo, that's Cookie Wookie, has put a link to all the PM-isms so you can get fully knowed up on all of the things that we talk about over here. There's a list. There's a glossary of information because we like to just continually know y'all up on things. And it also helps us keep track. It's for archival.
Check it out.
Purposes. I love that. And there's little pucker points.
There is. Lots of little pucker points. And we still have them. Okay, so we wanted purple. And
Thank you, Jerry.
Go ahead, and we're going to use some of my new washout mixture, which is kind of a orchid color.
I love that. Matches your hat.
Oh, it does.
And you've got your groovy tie-dye on today. I was very happy to see that.
Well, I really, you know, I had to wear something that I could wear a hat with.
Hey, Dawn. Oh, bye, Colleen. Oh, no, that's no fun. Take care. So this is kind of a long haul situation-ish.
Yeah, I just haven't picked it up because I really...
Hey, Sinjin.
I'm liking how the results that I'm getting from the collection of the paint in the orifices of the stencil.
Look at that. Oh, and by the way, you got 35 minutes. Took her an hour and 25 to say orifices. This is the large of the Desert Crocs. Lovely.
I really do. And you know, the one that I used the other day to do the other... Come off of there. Why are you not cooperating?
It worries me when you get into a fit like that and that's all just coming down because you just decide to have one of your little, like, tantrums. And it scares me. I just want you to know that that's how I feel about it.
It is kind of tilting a little bit. I am concerned.
It is there are situations
happening. Just deal with it when it happens.
True that, there, P. Okay, the one that she was just showing there, that is the Carnation Truss, also altered on its edges.
Altered edges, y'all.
Altered edges.
You know me, I just can't leave it good enough alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got some good stuff going on out here, so we're going to pick up our stencil. I don't know what, I've got more paint on one side than the other. And I'm wrestling it into place here. And it's doing some really nice things over here on the, just have to take my word for it.
Yeah, good things are happening over there behind the scenes.
Okay, I don't even know where to put this. This is why I get paint on my computer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that does.
And I think what we're going to do is let this.
Oh, yes, let that dry.
Dry, because look at that.
It's very brain-like.
It is. This is looking pretty good too, but I think I can do one more swipe down this side before I retire from the...
Yeah. All right, what else is on the agenda? You got 30 minutes, basically.
Well, we're going to put some paint over this.
Is it dry?
Yeah. It's kind of hard to tell because I don't have a finger that doesn't have something on it.
Your dipstick has already got some stuff on it.
Dipstick's already contaminated. Okay. Now.
Clean it off and put it back in. Hi, Mimi. She's not going to respond to that. Let's just...
Not going to. Hi, Mimi. All right. I'm just going to do a bit of a wipe up here while we're talking about what paint we want to use.
I would love to, you know, take this opportunity to, like, go monochromatic. Maybe, well, hey, maybe the green? You know?
Green gold?
Oh, green gold would be good. Yeah. Maybe.
I really think it would be. I think it would be. But I'm even thinking, as we're looking at the back side, and remember, that's not what you're going to be getting. What you're going to get is over here on this side.
I think if you would do a mix, too. That was one of the things that made that one print so cool.
Is just to shoot some out there and kind of not do a good...
Right, don't...
Brayery.
Fully brayer. Like, just, I think that it's so interesting when it has that situation.
Alrighty then. We can do that. So we're going to use the green gold with some gold. But again, we're going to use the gold that's not so
blotchy.
Trying to get my gel print to line up with, because if you do that, it means that you're going to be able to get it when you put your paper down. You're going to be able to get what you want where you want it. Mariah, can you do something with this? I found this and you had it someplace where you could find it.
Oh, yeah.
I really appreciated the fact that you could find it.
I love what you're saying.
Okay, we want to go with a gold that's not so terribly, my Izzy, bless her little heart, leaves. Want something with a little bit of transparency. So that would be this one.
Okay.
And then we're just going to go with the fluid acrylic. I think that that's one of the reasons that it works too, is because they're similar consistency.
Right. And you want that, because if they aren't, it just it's trickier. Not to say that it doesn't work, but it does add to the trickiness of the whole dry time, and you're hoping that, okay, well, is it going to dry similarly in all the areas? So, like, when you do the final pull, because remember, we're letting this dry, but did it adhere to the paper in the same way? That's ultimately what you're kind of guessing and banking on. And then, so if you utilize paints that are more similar in their viscosity,
yes, you're going to have a more even distribution.
And results are going to be better. Especially if you're going to do a blotchy situation. If you mix the paints, you're creating you're mixing everything evenly, so you're going to get a consistent rollout, where she's not doing that here, so it does matter a bit more.
Well, we talked long enough, it's had time to dry. Getting a really nice brayer off over here going.
Oh,
Okay. Now, we're not going to be able to pull this one today, probably.
Right.
Everybody's on board with that.
Yeah, because one of the things, even though the original layer, the first layer, she didn't let that dry like overnight, but still is dry enough that,
it's not.
If you want it all to come up, best to let it all dry. Woo! That is electric.
Reminds me of frogs in the Amazon.
Yes.
And what's really cool is, because of the texture of the original, it still has some stuff coming through in places too. And you're going to be able to see more of the gold coming through once we pull the print. It's hard to see it through the back of the gel plate.
Ninja Turtles. Yes. Mo gave green hearts.
Well, we're just going to have to deal with this bad boy here.
Yeah, you keep pulling it out and put it back in, so, I mean, third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. So, basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just try to get this up. Because what it is it's a bunch of these washouts. Yeah. We'll just go with my old tried and true.
Yeah.
Tried and true transparent red iron oxide.
Yes. When in doubt.
When in doubt. My watercolor teacher used to say, when in doubt, use purple. My gel plate philosophy is, when in doubt, use transparent red iron oxide. All right, let's put Big Bertha away. We don't need her right now. And I don't know that I want...
Nah.
Right. This is a good pull color. And I'm hoping it's going to get that sticky stuff off of there, because that's what it is. It's just very, very sticky.
So, yeah, the fluid acrylics are stickier. So, if you have some things that but you need to move it. As far as getting the paper down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just because there's going to be paint coming through there somewhat.
Bye, Becky.
Boy, some of that stuff is just not wanting to come off.
That's very sticky business. You may have to get the tape after it. You know what some of that might be? Is actually sort of paper.
It could be, but I'm rather thinking it's from, because remember when I was doing all of those washouts, and some of them are really, really sticky because they've got the GAC stuff and the glissando.
Well, and I think it's from this.
Yes.
Harry, if you want to show this.
Yes. I think you're absolutely
So this
right.
is the washout long haul plate. And so this is one of those things.
What you saw on there was, plus I'd added some more stuff to it, which, you know, just made it even
right. And if they're heavy in the mediums, like the GAC, the airbrush medium, we know that those are extra sticky to the plate anyway.
Yeah.
So that's probably what created that situation.
But look at how gorgeous this is.
Yes.
I don't know. This stuff, this color here.
It just makes you happy.
It just is my happy color.
I love how iridescent it looks. Well, now what? You got like 20 minutes.
Well, we can, you know,
I mean,
we can.
Oh, you know what? If you, we need to check our experiment.
Oh my gosh, look, here's one of those little, I don't know where it came from, what it was hanging on to. But that's one of those little clamp stars.
Yeah, they're for the hair, but they're terrible.
And they're, yeah, I don't recommend using them on your hair. Would you take this back over to your area?
Yes, I will. And I kind of want this one. And I am thinking about, although you should probably hold that up maybe in the thing. I want to make a book. We haven't made a book in a while.
Okay, I forgot to write glue down here.
Yeah, that's the Montmartre PVA. You can just put PVA.
Well, that is very interesting. Look how shiny it is.
Mm-hmm.
And this was really shiny, but it totally dulled out.
Yeah, once it dries. It kind of eats up the color.
It does.
Because it blends it, too.
So this was the texture gesso, which we knew that was going to just make it dull. But it does bump up the color a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put it up in
the technology.
And the PVA is extremely shiny. It really makes that turquoise pop, which I was thinking that this was going to do that, but once it's dry, it doesn't.
Yeah.
This up here, which is the brick acrylic, is kind of it's like
satin.
Satin, thank you.
Eggshell.
and the glue here, I mean, you can definitely see where the glue is, and it isn't completely. That was kind of
you went a little heavy.
I went a little heavy,
as you do. I mean,
yeah,
we would expect nothing less.
But look at the definition that you get with that PVA.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
So it's very similar results to like if you were to use the Mod Podge.
Yes.
We should have. Well, we've done that. There are videos. We know that stuff. The other thing is that, again, best results if you let the paper, the ink, printed ink dry. You're going to get better results. Now, I don't know that it mattered all that much. It didn't pull the ink. If you're interested, I don't know.
It did pull up a little bit of the
as
blue.
you were brushing. As you were brushing.
Was very much more, we always call that fugitive in dyeing.
Right.
The blue comes up. And in dyeing, it was always the pink, magenta. That was the most fugitive dye we had.
We did.
In the...
Right. Here.
Oh, look at how good this is looking. Oh my gosh.
So here. hold that over there.
All
And
right,
the
well,
last chart is kind of the one that you want to look at because you can see.
oh yeah.
Which ones pulled up and did funky things.
Okay, so this is the Prismacolor pencil. And we use these are all the different
Well, you don't
kinds
really have to, the main thing we're looking at is those last charts because our big deal here is so see, that was the Canon inkjet.
Okay, so this is, all of these are gessos. Okay, so this is the Country Workshop.
Oh. What are you talking about? The Country Workshop. The
CTW.
The Crafters Workshop.
The Crafters Workshop, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is the Montmartre, and this is the Dinah Wakely. And you can see there's some funky stuff going on there. With Odina Dinah. Not sure what, but. And then what we noticed over here in the Prismacolored pencils, if you go over these, is the red does some weird things. Now, it did do a little bit up here, too.
So there you go.
Brusho's watercolors, you can tell. Really, there's not a hill beans of difference in any of those.
We have a video for this one, by the way.
Opaque watercolors.
Thank you, Mo. Mo has put the video in there. So Margie asks, she's going to be doing some stamping on her gel prints. Is there anything she needs to do with the gel prints first? And then after stamping? Well, my question is, what type of inks are you using
it's on your
with?
stamp pad.
Or are you talking about stamping more acrylic paint to the gel print? Because that matters. That's really the main, first question, because that will then determine, okay, well, here's our suggestions on, what to do with who's it, what's it.
Who's it, what's it. I just think this is absolutely lovely. I love what's going on here. It really shows, some things that are happening here. That the color combinations. This is, of course, my favorite piece right here.
Do you want to show this?
Sure, what is it?
Now, don't get all distracted by the other stuff. The main thing we're focusing on are the last two bars there. I know, she likes to look at the other things.
Well, other people out there might want to look at the other things too.
Okay,
right?
well, if you all want to look at those things, we'll turn around. There you go. It's a big chart.
It's a big chart. This represents a large body of work.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we looking at?
So, again, you can just see the different mediums and paints utilized.
Glossy and matte. We're just supposed to be looking at those.
That's Mod Podge.
Yeah.
And basically, those are inkjet printed
Here's
sections.
the Mod Podge. Here's the U.S. Art Supply Gel Medium.
See, and it pulls badly. It dulls out. Because you can see that top is the before, and then there's an after. And again, if you really want to know, although some people make some kind of, that's one of our older videos. People have things to say about that, but.
And then here's the Mod Podge fluid with it in the matte rather than the glossy, if you want to care about that. Acrylic whites to see which one covers best.
Or pulls.
Or pulls.
Because they do.
So here's the acrylic whites. That Stewart dude is a good one.
It is. It's pricey.
It is.
But it smells good,
but,
too.
Coming down here on the opaque watercolors, there's not hill of beans difference between Apple Barrel and this high-dollar stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that it's the
finish.
It's very matte.
Yeah.
This is kind of semi-satiny, glossy, yada, yada.
Now, something else to keep in mind. Again, our printers, this was printed on, I think, the Canon. Again, the bigger printer.
Yeah.
But the Canon and the HP, those inks tend to be they're similar. They're quite similar.
And I will point this out. This is one of the things. Look at your greens here. This is your U.S. Am I in the frame here? U.S. Art Supply Gel Medium. Look at that.
It eats it up.
It just, over time, and this is what they're talking about. So, and this is, and look at the blue, how much it lost its,
yeah.
See, it doesn't happen with the paint. Yeah. There's really not a whole hill of beans difference in that.
Yeah, and Mo has dropped those links
here
in.
On the
want those.
Color, and here's the U.S. Art Supply in the matte. Look.
Yeah. I
mean, it really is significantly.
So that's where price may determine, like, you know, again, what are you using on? And then, you know, is that, this is why it's important for you to understand the products that you have. And, okay, well, at this price point, you know, it may get the thing done. But then you work on a big old book of, you know,
yeah. And
all these printables, and then you want to seal it in, or you glue some things on top of it and get it in areas, and then it eats out the, you know, eats up the color that you have. That's kind of disappointing. That's why we do these things.
Okay, so down here on, again, on this is the Dina Wakely Clear in the printed inkjet, and it says somewhere over here before. What does that mean?
All of that has not been treated. So that's why there's a comparison of like over time. So
well, and look what you've lost there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's golden gesso, white. You know, it doesn't pull the color. And here's the U.S. Art Supply.
Okay, so Margie, if you are using permanent archival ink, it will work. Don't stack them. Let them dry. Because it will take a little while.
It does take a while. And even on, and especially if you are stamping onto acrylic paint.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
It's very squishy.
Yeah, she's stamping onto her gel prints.
Then you need to let it dry a long time before you do anything to it.
Yeah.
And don't be running your finger over it, because I'm telling you right now, it ain't dry. Alrighty.
And then, yes, as Susan said, that, you know, again, depending on your inkjet printer, they all have a little bit different
setting to them.
Depends on which inks you put into it, because sometimes, like in our older one, I didn't always put the brand name stuff back in. Now, Brad has said that going forward with the new one, he would like to keep it to the brand name stuff so it lasts longer. That's fine. Until it starts breaking down, then, you know, you're kind of like, whatever. That's my feelings on the whole thing. All right, you got 12 minutes. I don't know if you want to do anything or...
Well, yeah.
Let me just say I'm always excited to bring out the charts.
Always excited to bring out the charts.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if we can pull this thing.
Yeah, I'm not pleased with how, like, froggy this went, but, you know, that's my feelings.
Well, I don't know what happened out there with that little
blip, blip, blop.
Blip, blop, but anyway.
And it doesn't probably matter, like, whether you let it dry overnight or not. I don't think that was going to stay on the plate no matter what.
Oh, yeah. It may be the place where it's kind of...
Divoted.
Right, didn't give me my tape back, so I have to use my noisy tape. Yeah.
Oh, Deb says that, I don't know. Okay, so anything with archival ink stamp on it over acrylic paint for days. She learned the hard way. 24 hours was not enough. Yeah, so just... Okay, so the thing about the Distress Oxide inks, they will dry fairly quickly, but as we know with, like, what their whole purpose is that they reactivate. So you need to seal those babies in, and then be leery of how you're doing that. You don't want to necessarily brush things on there, because it's gonna,
yeah,
blah, 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 you know, do the, you know, bleedy outy thing that it does. You can put them back onto the plate and try to get a good, you know, even gloss or cover over it. That we know sort of can work depending on how thick you've stamped. So again, it will reactivate. Some will come off. Some will, I don't know how how well it's going to seal in. It's always a little bit of a gamble with that.
Yeah.
Truly, the best thing is like, if you want to know for sure that your stamping is going to stay in place and dry, it would be best to stamp with the acrylic paint or an acrylic ink type thing, if that's really what you want. That if you don't want it to be as thick, I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm just tired of messing about with this stuff.
Yeah.
And I apologize. This is the noisy tape.
No, that's not. That shouldn't be.
Yeah, it is. I gave you the non-noisy.
Oh, well, it's the same, isn't it?
Very obviously not.
Huh.
This is noisy.
No, look, same brand.
Well, why does this make noise?
I don't know. What have you done to it?
I didn't do anything to it.
Huh. Yes, exactly, Deb. They do act up with any type of moisture. Cheryl says the VersaFine works great for her rather than archival. It dries relatively quickly. And I think, isn't the VersaFine... we have one of those. I don't think I have it here. She has it over there.
It isn't that anymore.
Oh, yeah. So she's altered hers.
I mean, it may have started out that way, but...
So there you go. That might be the better option. Yeah, that one is noisy. Maybe it's the same brand, but this, it's the noiseless versus... Because it's thinner.
It's very much thinner.
So,
and it's not as pliable as...
I love the noiseless tape. Good stuff.
Okay, so there's some little pieces and hooty-doo things out there, but it's not going to be like earth-shatteringly whatever. And I could go ahead and condition this plate. What time is it? Almost time to go.
Yeah, you want to just condition it for folks so that if y'all haven't seen that, then you can see it. Not that we're ending on some, fireworks of awesomeness.
You should feel this. It weighs about 3 pounds.
It's heavy. You might need to retire that one soon. But you worked hard at those edges.
I really like that stencil. If I retire it, I'm expecting to get another one in the mail.
Okay. I'll give you a code. You can order it. It should make you put in an order.
I've never ordered. I don't know how to order.
You don't?
Nope.
I can teach you. Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Do you take PayPal?
Yeah, we do. In fact, most people use PayPal. I think. I mean, I feel like that's the majority.
If I go to those places and they don't have PayPal down there,
I've straight up left.
I don't even order.
I have straight up left a place because I'm like, I can't, like, I'm on my phone.
Now, look at this. I didn't realize that there was blue on there.
Uh-huh.
Now, some of that stuff is the ooky stuff on the underneath part of the...
Eddie said you could use his discount code.
That's very nice of you, Eddie.
Oh, actually, that reminds me, and I do want to let people know that the designer codes do still work. We have, and especially going forward in 2025, because we're almost there, have turned those to where you can only use them once because we want people to utilize the point system because that makes the most sense. So if you have those and you're like, oh, well, I can't, it's not working. That is why we have changed it to that system. And I just kind of wanted to let the designers, I think y'all all know that. We talked about it, but worth saying again, because we have the points and we're hoping people, build up their points.
I always try to get the grease up around the edge.
Yeah.
But I don't pull, and I will say this, those of you who are new to jump letting, I do not pull these off when I'm cleaning the outside part. It's hard on the plate. It stretches it. It's hard to get the bubbles back out from underneath.
Yeah.
So once they're down on these things, I just leave them there. Now, you know, I don't know if that is something that is recommended by...
Oh, yes, and you do get points for your birthday. So whenever you're signing up, make sure you put in your birthday. Otherwise, it won't know, and then you don't get them.
Yeah. Okay, this is still wet. Can you see it?
Oh, yes.
Glistening. So we'll have to wait for another day to get that pulled up.
Mm-hmm. That'll be for Thursday.
Thursday. And I am going to, before I ever pull it up, I'm going to take away some of this mucky muck on the edge there.
Hello, Dana.
Because I don't, that's not the color, in the color that I want it to be. Alrighty.
Okay, so we will be back here on Thursday. I sent you a link to a thing on some ideas about Thursday thoughts. We will be thoughting. And then I might have more information, regarding sign up for giveaway.
Oh.
Maybe. Hopefully. Right now I have to work that out. Trying to do something a little different than we have done in the past. But we are doing this differently because I think we're going to have quite a few. I mean, the box is huge. The box is huge. And that's not even the stuff that I have downstairs. So there's going to be quite a few, and you guys will be, anybody that's entered needs to know that they are going to be, you pay the shipping. That's the main thing. We've been talking about that for, months, I feel like. So most of y'all know that. Anyway, all right. That's it. Oh, look at her putting that stuff out there. I'm going to go side by side.
Oh.
Love ya.
Like a long haul.
Bye, guys.